Have you ever caught yourself stressing about something small and then it hits you? Wow, why am I letting this bother me? My name is Amy Gill. I am your pharmacist that cares. I think we have all been in this situation, maybe even at least once a day, right? Whether it's we're looking around the house and we're like, oh my gosh, look what this place looks like. Look at the toys, look at the dirty dishes, the laundry, all those things. And then we get a shift and we think, wow, you know what? If I have dirty dishes, that means we have food to eat. If we have dirty laundry, that means we have clothes to wear. If there's toys all over the house, well, guess what? There's kids making those messes and they're able to do that. But you know what? When you're in that moment, sometimes it's hard to think of that, right? I think we've all been in the situation. And especially as the holidays are approaching, wow, I'm not even going to tell you what 2 weeks from today is. The countdown these people have everywhere. I think that actually probably stresses me more. I don't know if that stresses you guys or not. You comment below if you hate, they say how many days till Christmas, and you realize, oh my goodness, I have lots to do. You know what? We're all in that situation, okay? It will all get done. Just take it one day at a time. But what I want to talk about today is just those stresses that we have. I usually tell you guys I talk about something that's on my heart, on my mind, and really this could not be more on my mind today is all these stresses. And this is actually leads back to the dirty laundry and dirty dishes. So we've been having a huge issue at our house with the lift system, which is the septic system and all that. This has been going on for over a week. So limited water at our house, which means cold showers because you can't really let it warm up. It means you can't do laundry because that takes way too much water. You can't do dishes because, again, it takes too much water, right? You got to let it heat up, or you got to use a dishwasher, which takes a lot of water. So are we in a mess? Yeah, we're in a mess. Every day I'm looking around saying, no, please let this be fixed. I am only hoping that that answer is going to be today. But, I was talking to my husband last night about this, and again, this might seem big, and it sure does. If I look around and I see these mounds of dishes and laundry, it does seem like a big mess. Or what my yard looks like that's all torn up right now. But you know what? We were just in Africa over the summer, and I've talked to you guys about this. They don't even have clean water. They can't turn on their sink to brush their teeth. They heating up for a shower? Are you crazy? That's not even something that they get, right? I mean, those are luxuries that we take for granted every day. And when I started talking to him about this last night, it really did hit me. And I'm like, wow, what in the world are you complaining about? Right? Again, we have food to eat to make those dirty dishes. And I'm sure not using disposables, by the way, because that is not good for the environment. So if anybody that comments below and says, do that, nope, we'll get the dishes done eventually, right? Or we'll eat out, I guess, one or the other. We have the clothes to wear that are dirty. We saw these people when we were on our journeys through the villages, walking, carrying those jugs, those yellow jugs to a river to get dirty water. And this is what they were going to drink. This is exactly what they did. They walked kilometers and kilometers to get this water. In those same rivers, when we went by, we see women washing clothes. They're beating them against rocks. We see also the animals there that are drinking and voiding in the water. And I'm complaining about not letting my shower warm up, or maybe a few dishes or laundry. You guys, we don't even realize what goes on in the rest of the world. We're in our own little bubble, and that is, we really need to get out of that. We need to realize that we are citizens of the world. And taking my children and showing them these places is exactly what I want to do. I want to show them that, all these luxuries that we have, even being able to turn on the faucet and put the glass under and just drink it. There's a lot of places you can't do that. And it is important that we come together as a nation, as globally, to make these changes. There is no reason in 2025 people do not have clean drinking water. There's absolutely no reason for that. I've talked about this before, about the H2O for Life project. So at Forsyth, and I know other schools do it as well, but that's where my kids went. And in 5th grade, Every year for the last, I don't even know how many decades, Forsyth has raised money for H2O for Life. There's a day the kids are there in 5th grade. When you pull up, you hope you have some cash to give them, and you will give them this money. And what they do with this, they collect it. And this money for H2O for Life, and there's other organizations as well, they will build these water collection systems that will collect the rainwater, that will filter all these things so these kids can have clean drinking water and a chance at a healthy life. Once they did that, once Liam did it in 5th grade, we were all so moved, especially Alex, and he was in 1st grade at the time. So the 2 kids over the summer decided they wanted to make a bigger difference, and they launched their own campaign to raise money for another collection system. And the 2 of them together, through a lot of amazing friends and donors, raised enough money to put in another filtration system. And the best thing is when we got the letters from the children, and there were pictures of them holding toothbrushes, brushing their teeth, for goodness sakes. We don't even realize what we have. And this was so moving. When we were in Africa, we saw the banners in some of these villages that we went by that actually were fortunate enough to have these systems through H2O for Life and others. So I'm really asking you this holiday season to think about giving to one of these organizations. If you're not sure which one is reputable, because there's so many things out there that aren't when you search on the internet, reach out to me. We have contacts in Tanzania and Kenya that we still have been in constant contact with, and that we are starting to do things with to help them with this, to help them with clothing and all the things that they actually need that we take for granted or we throw away. Today's garbage day at my house. How many people up and down the street are just throwing nonsense away? I thought about that when I was, going to drop off and I said everybody's cans out. How much waste we have every single day that we don't even think about. That these people would do anything for our old clothes, our old shoes, a little bit to eat, some clean water. So that is really what I'm asking this holiday season, is for you to realize that our stresses are really so minor compared to so many people globally, that their stress is just survival every day. Not getting sick when they go to drink water, not getting sick when they want to brush their teeth, right? These things these little kids should be focused on going to school and learning and their future, not worrying about those things. So please reach out to me. If you've done this before, that's awesome. And thank you if you are one that contributed to us several years ago when we did this. But we want to make a bigger difference. We are citizens of the world. We need to look at things on a global scale, not just our little house, not just the yard torn up or the dishes or the laundry, but there is so much more that we can do. And just like I talk about, when you're healthier, you're happier because you're not worried about your health. Well, think about this. Think about those people that don't even understand how it is to go a day to be healthy because they don't even have those choices. So think of the impact you can make, and think of what you could do. Do this as a family, right? There's so many things we do. We can start collecting those clothes. And then, like I said, they don't have to be new with tags on them. Are you kidding me? They would be happy for anything that we have. And that's exactly what we are starting to do as a family, is to make a big difference. So I really hope you will consider joining us and helping these people out. Make the difference for the holidays. Realize we should be so grateful for everything we have. Next time you go to turn on your faucet, think about this conversation we're having right now. And please reach out to me and let's see what kind of difference one person can make, because that one person can turn into 10 to 100 to 1,000. And you guys, we can have a movement and make such a difference for the people around the world. Thank you so much for listening to this. My name is Amy Gill. I am your pharmacist that cares.